I would argue that we should be able to think about implementing policies like a minimum wage in a time of crisis, because this concentrates the mind. And I think that if we agree in principle, as I said in my speech, with the idea of a minimum wage, which is one step to the left, a half step perhaps, of the progressive wage model, in fact, that minimum wage policy, once we agree on that, can be easily rolled out after the storm has passed. So there's no doubt that at this very moment, such a policy may not be ideal, but let us come together and agree that this is a principle that we want to roll out, so that when we set these plans in place, after the storm has passed, we can easily bring them to pass. So the first is whether I think that I agree with Member Gan that rolling it out would have adverse consequences. No, I did not say that. It was a necessary but not sufficient condition. I did say that this is not an ideal time, but I do not know if we were to roll out the minimum wage, whether this would result in actual adverse consequences. So it is a necessary but not sufficient condition. Personally, I do not necessarily think that rolling out the minimum wage is a good time, but I would not go the second step of saying that it would imply adverse consequences. That's the first point.